Hey everybody, this is the fourth here, and in this video I wanted to introduce you to the center option that you will find on certain plugins, samplers, and other areas while you're working in your digital audio workstation. So what this center option does is it removes DC offset by centering your waveform. So you can see here that this waveform kind of exists all in the positive amplitude values. All of those amplitude values are positive and there's nothing in the negative amplitude values. And this causes some low frequency noise or DC offset. But you can fix this and remove that DC offset by enabling the center option in Citrus. And you can see that it just brings that whole waveform down, so that it now fluctuates between the positive and negative amplitude values and doesn't cause that DC offset. And so certain synthesizers and certain effects will have that option. And then you can also do it in the mixer as well. So in FL Studio, you have to use the Fruity Center plugin to do this. So I can load up a Fruity Center and put it in my mixer track, and then I can just turn it from off to on. And you'll see it's done the same thing. It's brought that waveform down to remove that DC offset. It's just centered it. And certain samplers will have this option as well. If you go into the FL Studio sampler, you can see here I have the same waveform. And if I click to remove the DC offset, you can see in this little window, it brings it down. And you can see here, it will look the same as it did before when I centered it using the mixer or using the option in Citrus. And so another effect that has this option is the Fruity Wave Shaper. And this is because with the Fruity Wave Shaper, you can get some really asymmetrical waveforms. And so you can see with the Fruity Wave Shaper, I can take this sine wave and really get it offset. And you can see that the DC offset is already here even. But when I hit the center option, it brings that back down, and the waveform remains the way it was. So this tool can be very useful if you have certain sounds that are creating some kind of DC offset, because DC offset is really not desirable in your mix. It's really good to remove DC offset if it's happening, because as you can see with this example, it just offsets everything. So if I have a sound with DC offset, whenever that sound plays, the entire mix is going to be just pushed up or pulled down by the DC offset.